Let me ask you something. What do you think is more valuable, a $1 billion donation or just two small coins? Today, we're going to dive into a really old story that, well, it pretty much flips everything we think we know about generosity right on its head.
I know, it sounds like a no-brainer, right? But what if the answer isn't what you think? That's the exact idea at the very heart of this story we're getting into. It's a story that challenges us to look past the price tag, and to really get into the intention, the why behind the act of giving. Okay, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off way up in the mountains at this monastery that was really well known for its super devout monks. The local folks really respected them, so they'd often come by to make offerings. And living right near there was this young girl. And to put it lightly, she was incredibly poor.
So imagine this girl just watching all these wealthy people show up with these huge, generous gifts. And she just feels this deep sense of sadness. You can almost hear her thinking, right? They're rich because they did good things in the past, and here they are, doing more good things. I must have been poor in my past life, and I'm too poor to give anything now. Does that mean my future is just going to be even worse? But then, wait, she remembers she does have something. Two little coins. I mean, this was literally all the money she had in the entire world. It was that tiny safety net she'd been saving just in case, she couldn't find anything to eat. And she makes a decision. She's going to give those two coins to the monastery. She figures, hey, I can probably handle being hungry for a day or two. And so she makes the offering with this completely pure, totally sincere heart. It's a tiny gift in the grand scheme of things, but for her, it was absolutely everything she had. Okay, and this is where the story gets really interesting. As she's making this tiny little offering, something incredible happens. The head monk of the entire monastery, he personally comes out to give her his blessing. Now, you have to understand, this was a huge deal. It was an honor that even the richest donors almost never got. And you can bet the other monks were just standing there completely baffled. All right, so let's fast forward. Years go by, and that young girl's life, it changes in a way that honestly, nobody could have ever predicted. Through this just wild turn of fate, the girl gets chosen to join the royal court. And her story doesn't even stop there. She keeps rising through the ranks, and eventually, she becomes the queen. I mean, talk about a reversal of fortune. It's completely turned around. So now she's the queen, and she remembers that monastery. She's convinced that her little two-coin donation was the seed that grew into all of her new prosperity. So to show how grateful she is, she goes back. And this time, it's a huge procession. We're talking carts overflowing with gold, jewels, all kinds of treasures. A truly massive offering. But the welcome she gets is, well, it's pretty cold. The head monk, he stays silent. This time, only a junior monk pops out to do, like, the standard generic blessing. The queen is just floored, totally confused. She's thinking, what on earth just happened? What did I do wrong? And right here, this is the main point of the whole story. You've got two coins, given with a totally pure heart, which earned a personal blessing from the big boss, the head monk. Then you have carts and carts of treasure, given with a, let's just say, a very different attitude. And it gets met with silence. It's so clear, right? The value was never in the gift itself, but in the heart of the person giving it. So the queen, feeling pretty hurt and just totally confused, goes right up to the head monk. And she asks him straight up, years ago, I gave you just two coins, and you came out and gave me this incredible personal blessing. Today, I bring you a literal fortune, and you say nothing? Why? What's going on? And the monk's answer, this is where the big lesson comes in, he tells her that what they do, their whole practice, it isn't about collecting treasures. It's about cultivating a sincere and kind heart. And he goes on to explain, he says, look, that first gift of two coins, that was pure. It was everything you had, and you offered it with humility, with sincerity. But your gift today, he tells her, sure, it was vast, but it was given with a heart full of pride. It had this sense of, hey, look at me, look at what I'm giving. And that ego, it just diminishes the purity of the whole act. And in that one moment, it all clicks for the queen. She gets it. Sure, she feels that little sting of shame for being so prideful, but that feeling is quickly replaced by this wave of joy, because she finally, truly understood the real meaning of giving. So, okay, that's a nice old story, but why does it matter to us, right here, right now? Well, because this lesson is totally timeless, especially today, right? In a world of, performative charity and showing off on social media. It teaches us something so important. Real generosity isn't measured by what you give, but how you give it.
We can actually break this whole idea down into 3 pretty simple principles. First up, give with a pure heart. Without that ego whispering, hey, look what I did. Second, give with a respectful heart. That means honoring the person you're giving to and the act of giving itself. And number 3, and this is a big one, give without expecting anything back. No reward, no recognition, nothing.
And this is where the lesson really opens up what we even think of as a gift. Because honestly, the most powerful things we can give often don't cost a single penny. Things like giving someone your complete undivided attention, or offering a genuine compliment without hoping for one back, or just listening, really listening without judging. These are huge gifts, and they're available to every single one of us.
At the end of the day, the practice of giving isn't really about what's happening on the outside. It's about what happens on the inside. When we offer something with a pure heart, it's like something inside of us just expands. Our own heart isn't so small anymore. It's not trapped by selfishness. Giving really becomes this practice of just letting go of our attachment to stuff, to our ego, to this idea of who we are. And when we finally stop clinging so tightly to all that, that's the moment our lives can really truly start to change for the better.
And the real reward for giving? It's not some prize you get down the road. It's not about racking up karma points or anything like that. No, the reward is immediate. It's the change in our own mind, right here, right now. It's a heart that just feels lighter, brighter, and a lot more at ease. So that really leaves us with one last question to think about. It's not about what's in your wallet or what you own. It's all about what you can offer from your heart. So take a second and think about it. What is the truest, most sincere gift that you can offer to someone today?